my body is healed.
The brothers Sung greet our fellow combatant warmly. I am Sung Bo, this is my little brother Boo, and my older brother Sui.
Do not bother me. Introductions merely clutter the mind.
Han falls to your strikes, as have so many before. Now that you have entered the Bronze Division, we shall see how you truly fare. Now, what did you need? We can tell you to be careful whom you ask about such things. Secrets kept in the open are the most sensitive. Oh yes, we shall see you around. Of that you can be sure.
You look a shade better than the usual cowardly dogs we get through here. Just a shade, though. So you've earned the right to talk to me. Lucky you. Iron Soldier's the name, though everyone just calls me Soldier. You may as well do the same. You ground the hapless one beneath your feet like everyone else does, huh? Han's pathetic for wasting time on the hopefuls, if you ask me. Then again, watching Han stumble to Dr. On every time he tries to handle the real Bronze Division fights is one of the most entertaining things about this place. Given half the chance, yes. If you can't handle it, you don't need to talk to me. There's some people who call the way I operate walking the low path, but they're fools. Talking about the low path is an attempt to deride the philosophy of those of us who see the truth. There's no real altruists in this world. Just people who explain their actions with reasons that are easily palatable to the masses. I refuse to kowtow to those kind of lies. I'm a warrior. People either challenge me and grow stronger, or run away like weaklings. Good. Go bother someone else.
I hear you're doing well. Now that you're past hapless Han, things will start to get more difficult.
Saw you out there in the ring. You got real potential. Even Fang was impressed. But that doesn't mean he wants you blocking his view, so back up. He comes here to watch the fights, not talk to the fighters. I guess he figures the more he talks to you, the less time you have to inflict horrible, bloody carnage on someone in the ring. Not without an appointment. His schedule's full for the next month. All the ministers are coming in from the outlying towns to make their reports. If he's not meeting with a minister, he's relaxing here, hoping to see somebody beaten to a quivering pulp in the ring, or maybe torn apart by one of the animals. Yeah, that or he's taking a break with Breezes. Poor girl. No amount of silver is worth what she does for him. Gentle Breezes. She's Fang's, concubine. She's over in the next room with the common folk. Fang doesn't like to be seen with her in public. He, doesn't mind her getting up close and personal when they're in private, though. The things she does for him. Okay, good luck in your next fight.
While I cannot see you, your appearances are hard to ignore. Welcome again. Hapless Han stumbled in here for yet another treatment after you defeated him. Impressive handiwork, though I find myself in a position to wish you were less skilled, especially with Han. He is a continuous strain on my time. I think you misunderstand the situation. I have no problems treating Han, but I receive no compensation for tending to injuries. I shouldn't complain, though. The arena pays me to look after you fighters, and Han's constant injuries have helped me hone my healing skills to a razor edge. Be well.
Many people try to break into the Bronze Division and fail miserably. You should be proud of yourself.
You deserve it. It was an honor to face you.
Crimson Kana is the champion of this round. You'll have to face her eventually. Be ready when you do. Now that you have qualified for the Bronze Division, your challenges will be more difficult, but you'll earn greater rewards. I want the very abacuses of heaven to rattle with the name Raging Dragon, so I've prepared something memorable. The guards rounded up a group of subhuman things around the great southern forest. We're going to release them into the ring in groups for you. Are you ready to get started? Excellent. Follow me and we'll get you ready for your next match.
These monsters crave the flesh of man.
That was a good start to the Bronze Division. Those beasts are far stronger than they look. Next, you're going to step into what we call the Pit of Pain. It's not the most original name, I'll admit, but that's 500 years of tradition for you. The arena floor will be set up with ancient magical devices. They will attempt to fry you to a crisp, much to the crowd's delight. Your job is to stay on your feet for the course of the match while they fling deadly projectiles your way. I'd suggest dodging, but that's just me. Are you ready to get started? Excellent. Follow me and we'll get you ready for your next match.
The Pit of Pain. Only the quick survive its fiery embrace.
Fantastic! A test of speed passed with exceptional celery. Now
Your sudden and polite silences are always appreciated, Queen. I have a message for Raging Dragon. Kylon the Serpent has, as promised, been watching you intently. You have impressed him so far, and he is interested to see how you fare in your next match. The Serpent foresees your victory in the next match, and he has backed his prediction with silver. He sincerely hopes that his faith in your skills was not misplaced. That is all. If you will excuse me, I have some people who need to be spoken to.
Ha! Well, I'm certain that won't be a problem for you. Did you have a question for me? Ah, yes, your next fight. There's been a bit of a change in plans. Not that it will affect you too much, of course. It's all part of the traditions of the arena, you see. I have word that you're going to be facing a fighter specially chosen from the guild, you see. As soon as you're ready, you'll be facing him instead of a normal match. I was originally thinking that you'd done well enough to face Crimson Kana for the Bronze Division Championship. Things change when the guild is involved, though. The guild's the organization that controls the betting here. That's not all, though. Kailan the Serpent has a lot of influence here as well. I have to bow to certain pressures. I don't like it that much, but smart men don't voice that opinion too loudly. Not around here. I'm certain it will be a small thing. Best to just finish it now. Are you ready to get started? Excellent. Follow me and we'll get you ready for your next match.
Many of you are asking yourselves why the serpent would return to the ring. Am I not retired? Yes! But does that mean I do not care about your entertainment? No! You've all seen the fury and the intense focus of Raging Dragon in the ring. Now, it's time to put these abilities to the test. And so, the serpent gives you a real spectacle. Have your silver handy to place your wagers. I give you Evil and Terror incarnate.
That was an exceptional fight. I haven't seen demons in the ring before. For the surprise! You didn't know what was coming and the crowd could sense that. It added drama. You were never in any real danger, but now the crowd knows you're no average warrior. I'm convinced that you deserve a shot at Crimson Kana. Your victory has sealed the deal. That reminds me, I was asked to instruct you to talk with Lucky Cho before your next match. He didn't say, and when I asked, he gave me that glare of his. Go, speak with him now. The sooner you do, the sooner I can return you to the ring.
I'm not really in the mood for company. Judge Fang wanted me to try something special last night, and I still haven't quite recovered yet. Good. Let me rest. I've got a feeling I'm in for a long night tonight.
My body is healed.
From what I know of them, the guild does...
Aren't you a sight? I am Happy Endings' famed courtesan, and it is a pleasure to greet you. Especially such a fine figure of a man. So many men are made soft by city life.
Notice the painted face. She only pretends to beauty.
I would love to chat with you and learn more about you, but alas, I can't. I'm on exclusive retainer with the proprietor of this place, and he does get so jealous. Farewell, gorgeous.
Before you face Kana, I'd like to present you with a mutually beneficial arrangement. Fortunately for you, my employer, Kailan the Serpent, has a vested interest in your success against Kana. This is Sweet Poison Lin, a master of the Toxicant arts. Lin, this is Raging Dragon, the fighter we discussed.
I know this one by reputation, and that's enough. I trust you'll consider this discussion private and potentially very beneficial.
Crimson Kana's rise to Brown's Division champion has been good for business, but she has become troublesome of late. She believes that the Serpent runs the arena with little concern for honor, and she's right. The problem is that she cares. The Serpent and I believe that Kana needs to be stopped. We want you to replace her as the Bronze Champion.
It should be a simple matter to slip a slow-acting but extremely deadly poison into Kana's drink before the match.
She will be dealt with regardless. Why not benefit from our actions and ensure that her removal is clean?
When Cho approached me regarding this matter, I felt that it might be in the best interests of the Greater Guild if I were involved.
If you accept, the Guild will cover half of Lin's usual fee. The remaining cost would be roughly half of your winnings from defeating Kana. If that is your choice, then so be it. You may deal with Kana on your own. I strongly advise you not to bring this up to anyone. I hope my point speaks for itself.
This Kana woman would appreciate knowing what you have learned.
Our business is concluded. It is time for you to leave.
Ukir kawuir wo fonir ir karanos sakupono. Uksiir watawafu niye froto usosawir uktatasir ni ryoki. Kwawir uyu itarir noka sisayir na workur wo nisir wir uk noka thakuna fifir. Ukir kawuir wo Sayer uyufuis patuye? Ukir kawuir wo fonir ir karanos sakupono. Uksayer caritas fonir sisayer ir furk tatasier ir karanos sakupono. Uksier watawafu niye froto usosawir uktatasier ni ryoki. Wonawiri fuir tarir noka sisayer na workur ktanti. Laka wo nawir sayer sansinuka uknaki. Narawir wo ifuir uk sunurk. Wo sayer pinir sokart ayawir. Ovo saje pinir so kart a jauje.
You had your chance to deal with me and you lost it. Find someone else to pester.
I want to hear that you're ready for your next fight. What do you need? Until the guild stepped in, I was ready to give you an attempt at the bronze division for your last match. Now it's time. Are you ready to face Crimson Kana, the finest sword this august arena has seen in 5 generations? Excellent. Follow me and we'll get you ready for your next match.
A challenger for the Bronze Division, Crimson Kana must fend off Raging Dragon.
Dire Flame. Heavenly Wave. You will fall now.
Kana's winning streak has been broken at last. I don't know if you've heard, but Kana has proclaimed that the first fighter who extriciates her from her championship will learn the secrets of her technique.
Ovo saje pinir so kart a jauje.
When you walk the streets and hear your name among the crowds, be sure that your ego does not swell like the body of 11 gaping maw, god of inopportune gluttony.
Vossa wire noka ukraponi apawafa sonsier tujevo. Wowo nikfra for wowo sawier konpa. Ukmiro ni sayer tatasier you, wo nawir sier fu ni winyanakan. Sata kwa wir ni wosa wir sawa wira suir cook. Vossa wire noka ukraponi apawafa sonsier tujevo. Wo ifuir uk sunurk danowe na wafta tasieruk. On we pifir. Wono wiri fuiro parir noka sisayer na workur tanti. Wosa wire noka ukraproni apawafa sonsier tuirvo. Wo sayer pinir so kart a jauje. Tier nik puntuir poir noka uk sayer takitir noni.
The Bronze Division champion approaches. I hope you're ready for the challenge awaiting you in the Silver Division. Remember, Soldier's the champion at this level. He'll be watching you.
Dogs nipping at my heels aren't worthy of watching.
What do you need? Now that you are champion of the Bronze Division, the Silver Division awaits. It seems that, indirectly, this serpent has decided to keep your career interesting. A demon has been added to the regular roster since your earlier victory. And since you've shown aptitude, I'm letting you face him first. This is indeed an honor, though it will not be easy. Are you ready to defeat this horror? Excellent. Follow me and we'll get you ready for your next match.
Will the demon rend flesh from bone, or will a lone warrior prove stronger?
Dire Flame. Not resist White Demon.
Another Demon Falls! We shall have to add a new division for you alone if this keeps up. Kylon the Serpent wishes to speak with you personally. This is a rare honor. Do try to be polite. You have already been granted access to the back room of the arena, and the Serpent's private chamber is just off of it. You may as well go now and see what he wants. Oh, and one other thing. The Serpent has requested that you visitate him alone. I know you usually have a friend with you, but they'll have to remain behind for this meeting.
We should have told you that Kylon will only see you alone. Are you ready to go in now?
This is almost sad. Am I truly so threatening to the mighty Kylon the Serpent? Regardless, I'll be waiting with the others if you need me.
It is vital that we talk a moment. You handled yourself well against the demonic servitor. It was a rewarding experience for us both, I'm sure. Take this as my thanks. You are a young man, but I know you have the wisdom to see that my friendship has advantages. You may find that certain opportunities, mutually rewarding arrangements between us, will come your way in the near future. Cheat is such a pedestrian term. I prefer to think of myself as a creative engineer. Like the fountains that channel water throughout the land, I spread entertainment to the people. Right now is an interesting time for an organization known as the Guild. I've no doubt that Kui has told you about us, if you didn't already know. Our organization is involved in many different activities, most of which operate below the view of the authorities of this great empire. I am suggesting that we align our goals for a time, an arrangement that could benefit us both. The Guild, you see, has recently developed a vacancy in its upper echelons. A man by the name of Gao the Greater has been killed, and with his death, a new leader must be chosen. I intend to replace him in that role, and I need good people to back me. Did you? An interesting claim. And one I'm not sure I believe. You don't match the description we have of the killer, but then the descriptions are fairly tenuous. If you are the one who killed Gao, then I owe you a favor. Consider my reluctance to turn you into the Lotus Assassins a repayment for that debt in full. There is the matter, however, of your friend, Whirlwind. I'm sure you know that he was one of the fighters here and that he left the arena. But do you know why? He has good reason not to tell you about this part of his admittedly spotty past. Whirlwind's past is certainly a colorful one. Did he tell you that he was thrown out of the arena? Public displays of rage and drunkenness, uttered threats of murder, excessive violence, property damage, and I believe several charges of defecating in public. If you trust him, you are a fool. The Black Whirlwind is an impressive fighter, but he is better avoided than confronted. We couldn't let him fight as he was, so he left. His brother, Raging Ox, wisely stayed here and went on to become champion. You could reach that point yourself, you know. Indeed, that's a distinct possibility. To become champion yourself, you will need my support. That means you and I will work together closely. An amicable arrangement, one that will benefit both of us. You see... What is that noise?
Hey, you can't...
Damn you, serpent! I'll kill you where you stand!
No, you won't, Whirlwind. Just like last time, you will leave. I can see that this polite discussion has concluded, as so many do, in your odorous presence. We may talk again. Perhaps.
We're leaving now. You and I have to talk. Alone. It's important. Look, you can't trust Kylo. I know he was probably offering you the world, or maybe all the wine in it if he were really crafty, but...
You didn't honestly think you were going to slip down here after that little display, did you, Whirlwind?
Step back, Joe. For once in my life, I've got something important to tell someone.
You have nothing important to say, you lummox. You've embarrassed Kylon the Serpent, and I'm going to make sure you never get a chance to repeat your performance.
I've been waiting for this. Time to cut off the serpent's tail! Heavenly Wave! Dire Flame! White Demon! White Demon! Heavenly Wave! You are Longsword! He fought like a monster for a little guy. Better than I've been in a while. All this best behavior when you're in the city business was wearing on my nerves. Not the first time I've gone up against one of Kylon's thugs, you know. Not at all. Remember I told you I used to fight in the arena? Well, I was the best there was. Then my brother came to the city and decided he'd join the arena too. The arena was about the same as it is now. Kui and Kylon were there, and Lucky Cho too, but he was just a runt back then. My brother became the arena champion, the Raging Ox. They said he retired, but he didn't retire. He was killed. I should know. I'm the one who killed him. Raging Ox was one of Kylon's men. Well, he wasn't always. Kylon approached me first. And when I turned him down, he went to my brother instead. When Ox joined up with Kylon, I stopped getting good matches. Ox was fighting his way to becoming champion, then doing a little work for the guild on the side. He was so cocksure and wouldn't listen to his older brother. Once he fell in with Kylon, he stopped talking to me. Soon Ox became Kylon's enforcer and carried out his bidding. He'd skulk around in robes so no one would know the arena champion was a common thug. One night I followed Ox back to Kailan's. I was drunk and I was mad. I just wanted to tell Ox how dangerous Kailan was, convince him to leave. But Kailan was there. He tried to interfere. I attacked him, and Ox tried to stop me. When it was over, Ox was dead, and my axe was covered in his blood. Kailan just stood there, smiling. I would have killed him if I wasn't so stunned. After that, I left. For the first time in my life, I ran. I ran, and then I drank myself into a stupor that lasted for half a year. You do what you have to in the arena. Just don't fool yourself about working with a serpent. Lucky Cho's death just put you on the Serpent's wanted list. I'd really like to see Kailan's face if you become arena champion. Of course, I'd rather just kill him. Come on, let's go.